On today's episode of On the Couch with Gavin and Chris, we have Jay from the Groah Group. He's here to talk about Utica's changing housing market, as well as his newest business venture.
Welcome back to On the Couch with Gavin and Chris.
Today we have a special guest today, and his name is Jay. Jay, who are you and what do you do?
Well, I'm Jay Groah from the Groah Group Realtors. I've Keller Williams in the Mohawk Valley. I'm local real estate agent.
So you're a real estate agent. How did you get started in real estate?
You know, Chris, houses have always been my thing. Like, you could ask my mother in 6th grade, I used to get yelled at because I was drawing floor plans while the teacher was reading. Mm-hmm. So I actually my mother had to come in to my 6th grade classroom because I was getting yelled at for it. So I always loved houses, and I ended up not going to school for anything remotely related to it. I like blowing stuff up in college. So I did the whole like sciences thing, but then came home and just found a niche selling houses around here and have fallen in love with it completely.
So you went from blowing stuff up to selling houses. Well, that's an interesting...
Hoping those don't blow up. Total twist. Total twist. You know, never want to combine the two. Never want to combine the two.
All right. So how long have you been selling real estate in the area?
It's 8 years in September.
8 years. And
yeah.
Were you always on your own, or?
No, I opened up my own office. It's 3 years ago, actually, this month.
Cool. Oh,
yeah. It was. Thank you. It was a step that I had always wanted to take, and just finally ended up kind of getting the balls to do it, and have loved it. Have truly loved it.
Yeah. So there's a lot to selling a house or buying a house. That is what we're hoping you can help us with today, is informing our viewers about what are like the basic steps they want to do when you first want to buy a house. When you decided you want to buy a house, what should you start?
A really, really, really good question. And a lot of people don't think to ask around, what should I do, or research on the web, what should I do before I start to buy a house? They just kind of jump in. And it's a bad idea to just jump in uninformed. The smartest thing I tell people you can do is talk to your friends, find out with whom they've had a good experience buying a house. You want to align yourself with a great real estate professional right from the get-go. And a lot of people are afraid to do that because they're afraid, oh my gosh, I'm hooking myself up with a pushy real estate guy. And I tell folks, we do exist. There are some pushy real estate people out there, but then there are those. Most real estate agents see themselves as consultants, as teachers, as guides. We're matchmakers. I tell people all the time, it's a cheesy line, but it's true. In real estate, we are matchmakers up until we find you the house, and then we're kind of the wedding planner. We're trying to get you into the house. And it works. So find yourself a great real estate professional. When that real estate professional tells you, listen, I want you to come in for a consultation, don't say no. Get in there, use that real estate agent's bank of knowledge. This is what we do for a living, folks. And get all the information you can. They're going to tell you to get pre-qualified. They're going to go through a list of things that you want in your home, things that you need in your home, your pie in the sky list that they're going to tell you probably you're not going to get it. But if I can find it, great. And then you're going to start going. Let that real estate agent be your guide.
So when it comes to like selling a house, what are some of the steps? Like, I know you're big on staging a house.
Huge.
Because when someone actually comes in to see your house, it has to kind of be free of all the clutter and life that usually happens in a home. You want to see it like it's a storybook.
Yeah.
So what are some tips that you would give someone who's trying to stage their house for sale?
We always tell folks your ultimate sale is dictated by location, condition, and price. Those are the three adages that have been around in real estate forever and a day. We've added a fourth, and so now it's location, condition, price, and pretty. Okay, your house has to be like a model home anymore. And the reason is simply because our generation has watched so much HGTV that we walk into a property and frankly, we would rather pay a few thousand extra dollars and get Joanna Gaines, okay, than turn it into Joanna Gaines. So we would rather pay for HGTV than turn it into HGTV ourselves. So if you're willing to go ahead and spend a few bucks or spend a few hours painting a wall, oomping a wall up, decluttering, taking your personal life out of your home and essentially turning your home from your home into a marketable product, you will make, I tell people, you will make more money and or shorten your time on the market. Which you just sold your house. How annoying was it when you had to show your home?
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to kind of get everything ready and then just walk away and know other people are kind of walking through your house, like judging it. But
it's crazy. So if you stage it and if you get it to just to be this sassy, cool looking house, you're gonna have less of those showings. And that's always our goal. The less showings you have, generally, the shorter you are on market, the more money you get in your offer.
So to kind of go off from that, with the Nano Technology Center coming in, how do you feel the property and all that will sell? Do you think it'll sell a lot better? People going more towards lofts? What do you think?
I really think Utica needs to step up. I mean, it's really interesting right now to see all of the loft development that's going on. I think it needs to happen at a much more rapid pace. I mean, these folks walking in the door are not our average buyer. We can take our first-time buyers and we'll shuffle them off to South Utica and to New Hartford and to Whitesboro and different neighborhoods, North Utica. These folks want to live downtown. They want lofts, they want coffee shops, they want a little boutique grocer, they want all. We need more. We need more. And it's really difficult because I understand that there's this huge risk involved with getting these things going, but I mean, just looking at the success of Landmark should be a really great indicator of where our loft market is. They filled up really quickly.
And that's before Nano even came in.
And that's before Nano even came in. So you're getting a series of young professionals coming in with, six-digit incomes, and they need places to go. And we would love for them to be able to stay in downtown Utica, close to where they work, and they're used to that sort of lifestyle. So there really needs to be some sort of momentum shift in what is going on with housing in our area, because there aren't enough lofts presently for the demand that we will see once they come in. So that there is tons of optimism in our local market. It's a great time to be buying because interest rates are still at historic lows. Prices are still very fair. And then we've got, to sell, I mean, you've got a ton of optimism for the pretty properties. So it's a great place to be.
So Jay, I hear you also have a new business venture. What is that?
Yes, me and my husband's family recently opened up the Prospect Falls Winery up in Academy Street in Prospect. We are the first licensed winery in Central New York. It's very, very, very exciting. We're trying to get a great brew trail going consisting of the wineries, the breweries, a lot of local craft beverage places starting up. We've got 7 different fantastic locally crafted wines for folks to try, ranging from the dry, 0 residual sugars all the way up to the sweets. So it's awesome. We've got to come up to our tasting room. It's a really cool little Adirondack-y style tasting room up on Academy Street in Prospect. Give us a whirl and
you brought some over for us to taste test.
I did.
And it was delicious.
It was quite delicious, yes.
I think it is.
It is. Thank you for bringing it by.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Cool. So yeah, how do we reach you? Just to contact you about buying houses?
I always tell people, find us on Facebook, J Grow Group. We have a very prolific Facebook site. We're out there all the time. And all the rest of our contact information is right there.
Perfect.
Great.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much for
You're
being
very
on the
welcome.
couch.
Yeah, thanks for being on the couch with us.
Awesome.
So thank you guys for watching, and if you guys want to check out more episodes, be sure to like our Facebook page, and to check out older episodes, head over to our YouTube page, and be sure to subscribe, and yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks guys.
If you guys want to sponsor On the Couch with Gavin and Chris, send us a message on Facebook and learn how.